Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another video. So, Operation Raise the Colours. Done a few videos on it for obvious reasons. It's the hot topic, and it seems to be doing a wonderful thing. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, it's showing the left and who they are, and showing people's true colours. And I've mentioned a couple of times that reform councillors are the biggest problem. But here we go. Reform-led council cannot condone England flag graffiti as boss is set to remove patriotic paint. So, a reform-led council has said it cannot condone local people painting St.George's crosses on zebra crossings. Why? Staffordshire County Council confirmed that painting on pedestrian crosses on Church Street in Alderley, Staffordshire will be removed as soon as possible. But if it had been a rainbow one, that'd have been absolutely fine, wouldn't it, you hypocritical arseholes? However, detailing the dangers to the public, the council claimed the cost of removing the paint will be borne by the taxpayer, or you could just leave it and stop being a bunch of arseholes. Just a little bit of advice. Cabinet member for Highways, Councillor Pete Mason, said, although we appreciate people showing their patriotism, we cannot condone painting highway assets in this way. This presents a safety and insurance issue and will have to be removed at expense of taxpayers. Please explain how it's a safety and insurance matter. Because it's okay when rainbows are painted there instead. Of course, they won't do that. Instead of painting, he encourages us to show they love the country by flying a flag in a safe way, which due to certain councils, you can't put it up on a lamppost, you can't put it here, you can't put it there, you can't do this, you can't do that. Ridiculous. Local residents living near the pedestrian crossing shared mixed feelings on the latest incident, with one man saying it comes across very racist. How? Explain. Explain how it's racist. I went there, I mean, look at that. There's nothing wrong with that. How is it racist? The woman who didn't wish to be named, because she was probably an immigrant, described it as pointless to the BBC Radio Stoke. I wonder how long it was until you found that one. I don't think it's got a negative connotation, so I guess it represents England. So, the woman who did not to be named, described it as pointless, said it was didn't got any negative connotations, but it's a bit racist. But I know who I am, and I'm happy with who I am, and I don't need flags everywhere to tell me. Then you're a prick. You're missing the point. And I also don't think that you are English. However, another resident, who also did not want to be named, gave a different opinion and said the presence of flags was a matter of national pride. The man told, I don't think there's any respect for this country now. I think what my father and other people's fathers died for in the war has been forgotten, and I don't think people respect that. Absolutely bravo. Oh, this is the one who got Birmingham here. This is the one that he did in Birmingham. Birmingham rushed out and painted over that. They didn't paint the rest of it, which they've left to go to rack and ruin, but that one they did. Yeah, they don't even collect the bins. Any case, let's get on to it a bit more. According to the Highways Act 1980, local authorities have a legal power to eliminate pictures, letters or signs or other markings that have been painted, inscribed or attached to highway services. Unless, of course, it's Palestinian or Indian or, in fact, any other flag or thing, because that's absolutely fine. Labour MP, arsehole, for Newcastle Underline, Adam Jogi, very much welcome people flying flags, but it's only important to expression of national pride. More than anything, it's our flag. It's a way of bringing people together, and it's an important way of demonstrating our belief and pride in the country. In the BBC, he said. However, he insisted instead of painting, he encouraged Britons to do it smartly, safely and securely, warning that paint could be dangerous to people with visual disabilities. How? You don't have that problem yet again when you paint them with rainbow colours. Isn't a problem then, is it? No. Bullshittery again, of course. We have reports of flags being painted on road crosses across the city. We're repairing these as quickly as possible as resources allow. Shame you can't do that. We support freedom of expression, including flying of flags from private homes. But painting flags over public property is illegal. Is it? And in the case of road crossings, dangerous to pedestrians and motorists. Again, how? You paint it in rainbow colours, not an issue. Crosses St. George, it's an issue. Hypocritical bullshittery. I want you to explain to me in succinct, logical reasoning why it's dangerous to pedestrians and motorists. Please explain. This vandalism would cost public money to repair the damage which could be spent on vital services. Fuck off, you don't spend it on anything other than yourself. Across the rest of the UK, a movement dubbed Operation Raise the Colours has seen Britons hang hundreds of St George's flags despite councils taking them down. Touching the flag, you're a traitorous cunt bag. End of. Simple. No issues. Richard Morgan from Crook, County Durham, told GB News the display is about pride, not politics. Agreed. The flags are a symbol of unity, identity and tradition. Correct. Mr. Morgan told GB News, I want to make it clear why England flags have been hung in Crook. We're not far-right nationalists. How is it far-right? Oh, I know. As I've mentioned before, 40 years of gaslighting and programming and brainwashing by the media, the government and our educational systems. We're simply a proud working class men who love our country and want it to be a safe place for our kids. Absolutely. If anyone doesn't agree with the banners put up at the traffic lights, then I think you may have an issue here, not us. Correct. We're not against immigration. We're against illegal, unvetted immigration. Wrong. I'm against all immigration. Because over 2 million have come here on student visas and never gone home. No, so I am. The only time you should come here is if you are of value. If you are not of value, then you should be gone. This country is and always been a melting pot of all nationalities, and we love it for that. No, we don't. Do tell me how it's worked exactly. I have no problems with with anyone really, but the simple truth of the matter is, how has it benefited anything? But we are losing ourselves, our country and our traditions. Absolutely well said. So we still use it's a safety issue without actually explaining how it's a safety issue. Because we all know it's rubbish. It's absolute bullshittery. Completely ridiculous and pathetic. It really, really is. Any case, enough of that. Ways to support the channel down below. I'll catch you in the next one.